Wipe it off. There you go. There you go. Is that one on your shoulder? Is that one on your shoulder? Oh, my goodness. What am I? Oh, the other shoulder. Oh. Why is it important to set limits during a skit? Keep watching and find out. Hi, it's Turan here from Feel Good Hypnosis, and today with this short video example we're going to talk about why it's important to set limits and the way you craft suggestions in hypnosis, and especially doing street hypnosis. So in this video I've already hypnotized this guy, and I'm giving him the suggestion that when he wakes up he's going to see little bugs all over the place and he's just going to want to stamp them out. He's compelled to stamp them out. Now listen to the way I craft the suggestion. As soon as I start making that new suggestion, I'm saying they're not dangerous, but you're going to see little bugs. So before I've even told him what it is that he sees, I'm already giving him a suggestion as to how they are and what they are. They're not dangerous. This is important because if you say you see little bugs and he doesn't know whether they're dangerous or not, he might panic. He might, get, scared. So it's important to set in the limits right away from the start. Now it's the same if you're doing maybe an induction and you're saying, in a minute you'll see a staircase. Now as soon as I say you see a staircase, you don't know whether it's a dangerous staircase, whether there's handrails, whether it's slippy or not, and you can imagine 101 different staircases you might have seen in the past. So it's always important to say, in a moment you're going to see a beautiful and very safe staircase. So I'm setting up in advance the descriptions of what is going to be seen before you even know what it is you're seeing, whether it's a staircase, whether it's a bug. So from the start I'm saying it's not dangerous, but in a moment you're going to see some bugs and you're going to be compelled to stamp them out. And it's important to do it in that order so that you lay the foundations for what's coming next. Notice the way I'm describing things to him. Look at my gesturing. I say to him, you'll see, and I'm pointing down and I'm looking down at the ground. I'm almost going there first. I'm always imagining inside my mind lots of little bugs over the floor. When I do that, I'm actually imagining what I'm seeing and what I'm going to describe next, so that it helps me with my tonality, with my gesturing, with my intent to convey to him what he's seeing. And again, that's very important. And whether you're doing this in therapy, well, you won't be telling people they're imagining seeing bugs, but if you're doing any sort of therapeutic work or street hypnosis work, it's very important to, as it were, go there first, to see, to imagine, to feel, to hear, to smell, to taste, to touch, anything that you're describing to the person that you're hypnotizing. Again, if you can't get into that, then you can't expect them to get into that. So it's very important that you go first, as it were, in hypnosis. So I say 1, 2, 3, wide awake, and right away I'm going, wow, where did they come from? Now that's probably a question he might ask in his mind, so I'm trying to preempt that by almost implanting that question in his mind. I'm going, wow, where did they come from? And looking down again to again convey to him that I can see what he can see. What I've done in hypnosis is implant that thought, that idea, that suggestion inside his mind, but I don't know exactly what he's seeing. Is he seeing blue bugs and I'm thinking of black bugs, or he's seeing red bugs and I'm thinking of green bugs? I don't know. But I'm leading the way once again with suggestions that there are actually things there, so that will really convey to him and get him engaged in the hypnotic suggestion that I've delivered to him. Now the important point about that is, I'm there with him. Wow, where did they come from? I'm again engaging with him. Again, whether you're doing street hypnosis or therapeutic hypnosis, it's very important to give the person you're hypnotizing the suggestion that he's not alone. He's not experiencing whatever he's experiencing all by himself. And you'll see that through various times. Number one, I'm doing that to make sure I'm engaging with him. Number two, I'm making sure that I'm getting almost audience participation, to the people behind the camera that are watching this fun bit of street hypnosis. I'm making sure I'm engaging with them, but also the important thing is, probably the most important thing is, that he knows he's not alone in this experience. Wow, where did they come from? I then start to say, look, there's one over there. And again, I'm giving him the sense that I can see what he can see, and we're in this together. Always important to know that you're not alone in any experience. Even at one point he says, why are there so many? Where did they all come from? Notice the way he's echoed what I was saying at the start. Where did they all come from? So nicely knitted in there into his mind, into his imagination of what's happening all around him. Again, throughout this, I'm directing him. I'm saying, what about that one over there? What about that one behind you? Oh, don't forget this one. All these phrases, again, as I said before, are connecting with him and making sure that he knows he's not alone in this experience. But it's also engaging for the audience because it's a bit of humor, it's a bit of excitement, and it's almost engaging the audience to be involved in what's going on inside his mind as well. What's important with a skit like this, where we're talking about something that people could be creeped out by, it's make sure you start off gentle. So as I said at the beginning, I start off with saying it's dangerous before I even mentioned that there was bugs about. Where they were saying in a moment you're going to see a dog. In a moment it's not going to be dangerous, but you're going to see a dog. Whatever it is, you want to make sure they're warmed up into this situation. But still, people can still be creeped out by bugs. So I don't say they're swarmed all over you, I just say you'll see them on the floor and you'll want to stamp them out. When he wakes up, as you see in this skit, and he starts stamping them up, and I'll say the phrase, he's happy enough to stamp them out. Obviously he's saying phrases like, oh, why are there so many, and he's a bit confused, but he's engaging with the skit and he's happy to do it. If he had woke up and went, oh, there's bugs, and run away, then that would have been different. So I can then move on to the next stage where I'm sort of saying, oh, there's one on your leg, and he brushes it off. Oh, there's another one on the other leg, and he brushes it off. Again, I'm layering up the intensity of the experience. Once I'm comfortable that he's happy enough with them creeping off and he can brush them off his leg, I then say, oh my goodness, there's one on your shoulder. And it gets to the point where, well, you'll see in the video, he starts throwing his coat off because he's so creeped out. At that point, maybe it's time to call it a day with that skit. So you'll see the progression from the suggestion right through to, you know, really getting to what I say the top of the suggestion and the skit in this one. Remember, hypnosis is not all powerful. It's about myself as the hypnotist engaging the subject's imagination, but it'll still be within the level of beliefs. So there was a possibility when I say 1, 2, 3, wide awake, that he goes, oh, there's bugs, but I'm not going to stamp on them because I don't believe in killing little creatures. So again, it's another reason to start off slow and understand and calibrate his experiences and how his beliefs and understandings of the world and how it works interact with the suggestion I've given. I'm often asked that question, can you make me change my beliefs? If I believe in God, can you make me worship the devil or whatever? And that won't happen. Hypnosis is not that powerful. I will give a suggestion, and the very word suggestion implies I'm suggesting something, but it might not work. It's up to understanding and building the rapport and building the trust between you and the subject you're hypnotizing to understand what their beliefs are and working with their beliefs to craft a suggestion that will work. So be assured that you can't change someone's beliefs, so you need to be mindful of what's happening all the time. And the only way to do that, as I say in other videos, is to test out, to give a suggestion and see how they respond. So if you give a suggestion that there's bugs and they just stand there and they don't do anything, it's time to move on to the next skit. But if they start stomping them out, again, you can move up to the next level and the next level of crawling up the legs and brushing them off, or brushing them off the shoulders, whatever. I hope you like this video. If you do, make sure you give it a thumbs up, make sure you give it a like. And don't forget, click the big red subscribe button so you get notified every time a new video comes out. Click the little grey notification button right next to that subscribe button. If you have any comments, have any questions, please do leave them in the comment section below. I love reading your comments and getting back to you and giving you feedback on your questions and thoughts on this video or about hypnosis. In the meantime, let's watch the video. In a minute, I'm going to count from 1 to 3 on the count of 3. Like I say, you will now remember as you do how to put your coat on, how to get dressed. Everything's back to normal. But when you wake up, you'll realise that they're not dangerous, but there's little bugs all over the floor, and you just want to stamp them out. There's little bugs just creeping all over the floor, and you cannot help but want to stamp them out. Nod your head that you understand. 1, 2, 3. Open your eyes. Wow, where'd they come from? Get that. What about that one? Get them all. Make sure you don't miss any.
Why are there so many of them? Where'd they come from?
I know. Where are they coming from? Get that one over there behind you. And don't forget this one. There you go. Isn't it lucky they don't bite, eh? Isn't it lucky they don't bite? But they are a bit annoying. Get that one. Oh, there's one crawling up your leg. Wipe it off. Wipe it off. There you go. Another leg. The other leg as well. Wipe it off. Wipe it off. There you go. There you go. Is that one on your shoulder? Is that one on your shoulder? Oh. My goodness. What am I? Oh, the other shoulder. Oh. Look at me and sleep now. Deeper relaxed. The deeper you go, the more relaxed you feel.